Everybody, and welcome to another episode of Michaela Loves Gymnastics. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Welcome back to my channel, Michaela Loves Gymnastics. Well, dollies, it's finally happened. Our girl, the queen, Gabrielle Douglas, has made her elite return to gymnastics. And today, we will be discussing on the show where she's at, the disconnect, the drama behind her comeback, everything Gabrielle Douglas Comeback 2024, we will be discussing on this show. We will be discussing mostly the two bar routines she displayed versus the two bar routines she had at podium training and what we've seen online. We are going to discuss some of these ring leaps, this floor exercise, and this vault. Only on Michaela Loves Gymnastics. Now let's begin with this uneven bar routine she used from American Classics. Now let's start off with the two pirouette skills that she used with Valerie. The first thing I want you guys to notice is how heavily Valerie is spotting her through both of the pirouettes and the release move. Basically, on the release move right here, he's basically caught her with one arm or whatever. Now let's go to the part where she actually did it in the actual routine, and let's see the way she looks with Valerie not spotting her. The first pirouette is fine. The second pirouette is a tad bit late and she's not able to correct. And she's not able to do it quick enough. I don't think it's not that I think the combination is too hard for her. It's just I don't think she trains it really without Valerie spotting her. Let's take another look at it in slow motion. Now let's take a look at it again without the spot. She jumps up to the bar like normal. It's cool. I think this first pirouette and skill she's perfectly comfortable with. She did it in the 2012 Olympic Games. Healy, perfect handstand. It's the second one. It's new for her. She's never done it before. The lean, she's a little bit late. And because she's a little bit late, she's rushing the Pike Jaeger a little bit, which caused her to be a little bit firm. With Valeri's spotting, she's able to have a timer. She's able to have a check system and balance, and she's able to have the timing better. I just don't believe she's able to do it without Valerie or somebody standing there. It's so sad. It's so sad. Let's go on to another part of the routine that I think she's more comfortable with, but again, I think she struggles with it. Okay, she's doing a starter full. She hasn't done this skill until 2011, and she's way over on that skill. So she did the smart thing and bailed out. Back to handstand. Downy, a completely new release move for her. She's a little close, but not that bad. I wish she would have tried to go for the pat, but she didn't. Back up to handstand. Here comes the pat. She's exhausted at this time. This is so much more of a routine than she was trying for. And right here, when she's a little bit over on this handstand, Mama said, "No, ma'am," and jumped off the bar. And in podium training, Valerie was not spotting her so heavily on that combination the way he was on the first combination. Now, let's skip forward because her child 2 and her double layout look the same as always. So let's get forward to what she did later, about a month later, at Core Classics. Now from Core Classics, let's look at the heavy spot in that podium training once again. Healy, lean, flick up, and handstand. Pipe Jaeger basically catches the girl. Basically catches the girl. Basically catches the girl. Now this part of the routine is much improved from American Classic. Started full. She's still a little bit late, but she's able to connect the downing and she's able to go through to the pack without much of a spot. I think she's able to complete this part of the routine. I think she's able, it's just that first part of the routine. It's not that I think it's too hard for her. It's just the way Valerie teaches his girls in pieces. I don't think she has too many options of putting the whole bar routine together. Now, this is the way the routine looked in the actual U.S. classics. Um, it's heartbreaking for you Gabby Douglas fans, but we just have to talk about it. Well, you got me. Healy, perfectly fine. It's this lean is so not. The lean is real short. It's not rotated. So she's just confused and she's just making up stuff and she's just lost and she just jumped off the bar. She should have jumped off the bar in the first place. Well, let's take a look at this first combination and see what went wrong. She looks confident as she's getting ready to mount the bar. She takes a strong stride forward, hop onto the springboard, hop onto the high bar like always. Now this first Healy is very comfortable for her. She has no issue with her. And Valeria's moving the springboard. Healy giant, full turn, beautifully in handstand. His lean, let's look at it, is way short, way missing the bar. Let's take a look at that one again. I don't think the bar routine is too hard for her. I think the bar routine is perfect. I just don't believe Valerie is that dude to teach her this bar construction. I think if she had a little bit more time, maybe started her comeback a year ago, I think she would be where she wants to be. I think if her goal was to make the 2025 Worlds team, I think she would be where she needs to be. But her goal is to make the 2024 Paris Olympic Games. And I don't, heartbreaking for me to say. It's not that I don't believe, I absolutely believe she can get where she needs to be. But at this current moment in time, this bar routine is not where it needs to be. She needs to be doing it consistently without spotters. She needs to be doing it consistently without help, without on her own a cognizance. And I just don't believe at this moment in time, this bar routine is in her wheelhouse. Let's go to Flora, because that's another routine that I'm very concerned with. So y'all know at Core Classics, there's a training video of her doing a double layout. Where I don't know, because there's so much about this routine that I feel like that can be fixed, that I don't feel like anybody should be trying to upgrade anything. They should be fixing this. Like, why is she going for a Ferrari and a Gojira in one routine when she's not going to get credited for either one of those skills? I mean, I get it. At Woga, y'all hate teaching those girls the wolf turns, but they're so valuable under this code of points that a triple wolf turn would have been the hardest individual skill other than the full in that she did in that whole routine. Um, it's just so much about that routine that I do like, but leaves me very confused. Like, she's always had trouble with her memo turn. Why is she doing a memo turn when she had a decent double L turn? They're both worth D's. Why not incorporate the double L turn? Why the memo turn? It's just so much about that routine that I question. It's not that I don't like it, it's just double tucks in with double pipes. I don't know if that's for other countries that would be hard enough. If her name was Rebecca Downing, that's all she would need to do. I'm not sure. I don't. I just don't know where that flow routine leaves her at in America. Moving on to a more positive event, Bean. Y'all remember how I said I don't understand why they choose certain skills from her? I don't understand why they choose this combination for her. Sunisa Lee invented this combination. It's worth 5/10 of a point. It's just that ring jump is never gonna get credited for her. It's just not. It's just I don't understand. I mean, it's worth a lot. It's worth a lot. I understand. It's just it's not gonna get credited for her. Like, she just doesn't have that great a ring position. Now this first front was wonderful, but here she go again trying another ring, and she already did a switch leap in the routine. So when they downgrade this switch ring, she already has a switch leap in the routine. I just don't. Now this double pike is also, they should just double tuck this around by this point in her career. And this was a good combination. I like that. That was solid. It's just, again, this round is, Lord, I lift your name up high. Ooh, that double pike was so wonky, and it was so turned to the. My hope for Gabrielle Douglas is that she continues on to the 2025 World Championships and tries for the 2028 Olympic Games. You know, trials is about a good month and a half away. And we've seen Gabrielle turn up at the last minute before. So I'm not saying that it's not possible now. It's a lot of turning up that needs to happen. And I just feel like one of her main issues, and this is an issue for most of Valeria's gymnasts, is skill selection and the order of skills and the training process of skills. And instead of getting skills together, he needs to try to get routines together. I just don't think her endurance is where it needs to be. It's not that I don't think she has the skills. We see that she has the skills. It's that endurance to do the skills for days on end that I don't think she has at this current moment in time. I love this young lady and I wish her nothing but the most success. Oh, and let's end this like this. If you are going to say that because of a certain YouTuber that you are going to have hatred in your heart for Gabrielle Douglas because of one of her fans, that means you ain't never liked that girl in the first place. And I want you to think about that. And I love you guys. And I will see you guys in the next episode of... And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of